Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you're all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5. We need to finish off all of the bikes that were added in the latest Biker DLC. The thing that Rockstar do with DLCs now is instead of them having to sort of give you a new download every couple of weeks or something, they sort of plant in a lot of secret cars and then they sort of bring them out over time. So today we're going to be looking at two bikes, well one's a bike, one's a trike that were released a couple of weeks ago, and then we're going to be looking at a bike that was released just today for GTA Online. Of course I'm doing this all in single player, that is how I can afford to modify these things as well as possible, because obviously GTA Online, I refuse to buy all the shark cards and I refuse to play for what is essentially like a stupid, like it's awful. It makes sense to buy the shark cards to get your value for money, but I don't want to do that, and you know, you can make of that what you will. So I'm going to be doing this all in single player thanks to mods like Menus mod that can help me spawn in all this sort of stuff. So before we look at all of these new vehicles, there's going to be some comments and questions on the screen. If you would like your comments and questions featured, you can leave them in the comment section below and I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And also you can follow me on Twitter at Figureight. Links for my Twitter are in the description below. Okay, right. Let's get into this. So this is the Demon. It's the Demon something. Let's get off the biting back on it. Will tell us the full name of this thing. It's the Western Demon. Okay, so this is a sort of choppery... It's not a chopper, is it? Is this a chopper? Just because it's got chopper handles, I don't think that's what makes it a chopper, but I could be wrong. But it's a kind of weird looking bike. It's kind of like old style, especially by the back with the rear seat and stuff. But it's got chopper handlebars. It's an interesting looking bike. So let's jump in and see what sort of cool stuff we can do to this. Okay, so what have we got here in bodywork? Let's go for the full thing. Brakes, race brakes, bodywork. We have a sissy bar. So we have the stock, which is pretty much none. Then we have the basic sissy bar. Then we have the vintage sissy bar. I'm going to go for the basic on this one. And actually, should we have... In fact, I'm not going to have a rear seat on this one because I think it's going to look cooler without it, so I'm not going to bother with the rear seat and stuff. So I'm not going to bother with the sissy bar. Front mudguards, well, we have them stock, which is actually nothing at all. Then we have the basic front mudguards, the chopper front mudguards, which is basically has it a bit shorter. Then the arrowhead and the diamond head, which is actually just more arrowhead than the arrowhead. I think the diamond is pretty cool, but this is not going to be a modern chopper. So, or it's not going to be a modern sort of cool looking bike. I think this is quite a vintage and cool, you know, older looking bike. So I think I'm going to go for the basic front mudguard on this one. On the handlebars, we have the stock. We have the... Oh, okay, so we've got ones that just add all the things for the brakes. So, hang on, what does that mean before? Where's the brakes? Does it just not have brakes? How does that work? Okay, whatever. So we have that one, and then we have chrome mirrors as well as that. I'm going to go with that, the chrome mirror. That's pretty cool. That's a nice little extra. I'll go for some of that. On the seats, we have the stock. Then we have the vintage. Then we have the custom, which you can't really tell, really, because Michael's sitting on it the whole time. Oh, it's got some, like, little frilly bits going down. I see. Then we have the cruiser seat. Then we have the vintage cruiser seats. Then the vintage prime. So it seems that we can't get rid of those seats on the back. So I guess we may as well just go the whole hog and go maybe cruiser seat. But I won't go for the sissy bar because I'm not really sure on how the sissy bar is going to look with this bike. So we'll just keep that, but we're still going to have the rear seat. Oil tank. We have the stock oil tank, which is this bit just under where Michael's arse is. Then we have the painted round oil tank. The simple, which... How's that changed from the stock? It's just slightly less texture. Oh, I see. It's a slightly different shape. That one's actually full. That one's... Okay, and then we have the chrome round to finish. I'm going to go for the simple box oil tank because I think that's pretty cool like that. Fuel tanks, we have the stock, then we have the peanut. See, I quite like how the stock looks, but I want to go for something that's old looking again. So the peanut's pretty cool, the speeder, the bobber. I really like the bobber. I think we might go for that one. The vintage, again, that's actually quite nice. Then the wide custom tank, the stretched, and the diamond. These are all a bit too fancy for this bike, so I'm going to go for the bobber, as I quite like how that looks. On the belt drive covers, well, there they are. I'm just going to go for all these. I'm not really thinking that's a bit too hardcore for this sort of bike. I want to make this a bit more modern, so I'm going to go for that in black. There we go. And the shifters to finish off. Let's go for something not a suicide shifter, just a higher up one. Maybe something as simple. What's that? A revolver? Grenade, 8-ball. Let's just go for the 8-ball. There we go. Moving on to the engine. This is more than just the engine tunes. Let's go for level 4 on that anyway. So we have engine block. We have the half chrome engine. Let's go for this side. Is this going to be a better side? It's a bit dark over this side. Here we go. So there's the half chrome. Then there's the secondary color. Then there's the full chrome. I'm thinking of going for the half chrome on this one. I think that one's going to suit it quite nicely. Then we have the air filters, which we can't really see anyway because Michael's legs are in the way. We'll just go for something that's a bit less. I quite like that one, the front-facing pod air filter. So I'm going to go for that one. But just to go through them, they're pretty much the same as all the other ones. Cone, sharp tip, big scoop, short ram pipe, and the long angled ram pipe. So let's just go for that one. That's looking pretty cool. On the exhausts, we have the stock. Then we have the chrome version of the stock. The wrapped and chrome version of the stock. Then we have this completely new one. This is the chrome straight exhaust. Then we have the chrome wide boy, the chrome racer, the long twin, and the upswept chopper. I think that this, actually the long swept one looks really nice for this bike. Or maybe the chrome racer. I'm going to go for the chrome racer exhaust on this one. Lights, headlights are just going to be the colour. We won't bother with any of that. Livery. Let's see what we got here. So we have, this is pretty much the same as always. Red flames, blue flames. I can't say red flame, blue flame. I can't say those quickly. I end up saying frames. Ghost flames, basic pinstripe, outline pinstripe, classic pinstripe, patriot paint over, blue, tribal, tropical green, ornate stripe, stealthy snake, major mil specs, flame patterner, thin stripe patterner is all the same patterner versions of the ones we've just seen. I think that maybe this one would look quite nice. The outline pinstripe. In fact, should we go for the classic and make this one black? I can't remember if we did that on one of the past ones or whether I said I was, but I didn't in the end. Let's go for the classic pinstripe and just do that. So whatever. I'm just going to hope that I haven't done that before. We're going to go for yellow and black plate, which it's already got, which is pretty cool. Secondary, let's go for primary first. Primary and black. You see, there we go. Or we can have it in matte. Should we go for matte black? We'll have to change colour of those wheels, though, because the white definitely doesn't look right. So we go for black, and what does the secondary colour do? Oh, it's all of that bit. Should we make that, like, all black as well? See, that's quite cool. I like that. I actually really like how that looks with that all sprayed. So I'm going to be a bit different. Not have the chrome, and have that instead. Because I think that looks pretty damn awesome. And actually, now that we're here, I'm just going to go back and change the seats, because I think the smaller seats probably look cooler. So I'm going to do that in... Oh, it's only that one that has the stock seat. It might just be the stock seat that I pick, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll be picking the stock seat. I'm just going to go back to the stock seat as I like the smaller looking seat for that one. Then all we got left is transmission, race transmission, turbo tuning, and the wheels. Let's just go for the wires. They're going to be a little bit smaller. That's the only thing. Mind you, they've got those. That's pretty much the same as it was before, isn't it? I guess the bobber is the smaller version. So if we had that, then the rear one is probably a bobber-esque one. As we might find the wires are a little bit too big. Yeah, interesting. Actually, I'm still just going to go with all that, and they look really good in black, so I can just leave them exactly like that. Or maybe we just go, maybe, is that alloy actually? So it was. It looks good like that, or maybe we can go for just alloy, so it's a little bit darker. That looks pretty cool. Tyre design, custom tyres. Should we go for white walls? Let's sod it. Let's go for white walls on this one, because it's kind of hot roddy, so let's just go for a full hot rod. Well, it's not hot rod, it's chopper, isn't it? Choppers is like the bike version of a hot rod. Is that right? Is that how it works? Oh, you guys are going to have to let me know in the comment section below. But there we go. That's that one done. So let's get this thing out. And let's just have a listen to this. I'm just going to go full speed and just listen to this engine. It's actually really nice sounding. Oh, get a nice little blip there. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it comes out of both of them as well. That's nice. That's nice. I really like that. Well, there we are. That's our demon. I actually think this looks pretty nice. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this bike. As actually, I'm pretty impressed with it. I think it looks really nice compared to some of the other ones. It's got a nice little vintage look, but still kind of choppery. I think that's a nice mix. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Let's move on now to a three-wheeler instead of a bike this time. Now, what's the difference between a three-wheeler and a trike? Is that just a different way to say it? Because this is a little bit different. Where a trike would more normally be like a front of a bike, rear of a car, or, you know, just rear having two wheels and the front having one wheel, this one's a little bit different. Let's check this out. And here it is. Look at this. What the hell is this? Now, when I went to America, I actually saw an alarming amount of these, is all I can say. These were surprisingly popular. I had never really seen, I'd seen sort of like ideas of this on the internet before I went, but I was surprised at just how many people actually owned and drove these things. It was pretty shocking. But just look at the inside of this. It looks like a child's toy. Let's be honest, especially in the red and the yellow. It looks like one of those old Tommy little... Oh, what were they? They were the little, like, red and yellow. I'll put a picture. You see, that's what I'm thinking of. That is what this is reminding me of right now in this color scheme. So this actually looks like some sort of kid's toy, but as you can see on the back, it's very bike-like. And the sound is actually quite bike-like too. But the only thing is, I'm just going to shush for a second so you can hear this as well, but just look at the handling. It's actually pretty awful. Understeer, yeah. Oh, there's all that hit. Understeer, whoa. This thing has the turning circle of like one globe, I think. It's absolutely ridiculous. The handling is pretty silly. When I try and compare it to some other three-wheelers that I can think of that had the one single wheel at the back, thinking mostly Morgan three-wheeler, Rockstar had the Morgan three-wheeler. What the hell are you doing? Why do we not have one of those yet? The thing about that one is the rear wheel was actually pretty small, probably about the same thinness as the front ones, but the front wheels were incredibly thin. They were like, not even bike wheels, they were even like bicycle wheels, almost, slightly thicker than those, but they were very thin wheels, and I think that that actually gave it quite a good handling characteristic. Not that I've ever driven one, but from what I've seen, it looks like that gave it an interesting handling characteristic. This thing's just got too much tire on the ground for a three-wheeler. This rear wheel is just not doing anything, and it just makes this thing handle like a bag of shit. I'm very curious to see if this can be modified. I have a feeling probably nothing, and if something, probably not much, because sadly the tripod, why do I keep thinking tripod? The trike that was added in the major DLC, just the main bulk at the start, didn't have any tuning parts in it at all. I imagine this is probably going to be the same. Let's have a look. Okay, here we are. It's called the BF Raptor. Interesting name. Let's see. Repair and nothing. Race brakes, engine upgrade, horn, lights, neons. I guess we could make this dumb as possible. Let's just go for the front, back, and sides and change this to something. I think we might make this a nice shade of purple. So I'm going to go for purple, or pink, rather. Actually, the purple's a little bit... let's go for purple, sorry. And what else can we do? Plate. Well, we can just go for the black because it sort of blends in with that plastic on there. Respray, transmission, turbo, and wheels. Not much we can do to that one. Should we go for some off-road wheels? Oh, that's interesting, but it only works at the front. Oh, so the rear one can't be changed. Huh. Interesting. Well, I guess that means we'll be keeping those wheels then just so we can have it all matching. Let's go for the respray, and I'm going to go for a matte. Or maybe we go for matte black and secondary on the purple. Let's go for the purple first. I want to see how this looks. Okay, so actually, the secondary color seems to be a bit textured. It's not clean looking. It's kind of weird. And, well, there we go in bright purple. Let's just go for that and then go for our primary color and see how this... Okay, right. I'm going to make that a theme. It's a weird theme. In fact, actually, that purple does not match the neons. I guess none of them do. Okay, what can we get that's a black with a different colour? I see black and blue looks alright. Should we go for black and blue? Let's go for black and blue and then get ourselves some blue neons on this thing. Oh, I just noticed there's a black light colour. I had no idea they had that. Okay, I don't really delve into neons that often. There we go, we can have blue. There we go. Or electric blue, actually. Electric blue is just a bit too much. There we go, that's all we can do. Not much. Sadly, it would have been nice if we could have had some cool little interesting things, change the exhaust at least, change the interior. Sadly, none of that. Let's just quickly check on menus customs just to see that I'm not going crazy. No, that's it. That's all there is. Is there any extras? No extras. That's pretty much it. Well, okay, let's see if this has changed the sound at all. Well, it's a little bit quicker now. Not sure what that's done for the handling. Nothing. This is like a... Oh, God, it's like a reverse Reliant Robin. This thing is awful. This thing is absolutely terrible. Right, let's move on then to the new bike that was added in today for GT Online. Let's take a look. And here it is. This is a nice looking bike. It's another one that's got that short tail that we've seen before. But this is a little bit different. Oh, it's got a nice looking front. Look at that. That is a good looking bike. Even if the stumpy bit is a bit off-putting, as I said about the previous bike that had a similar look to it, it's probably going to have a lot more stuff that we can do compared to that bike. So let's just go... Oh, actually listen to that. That's quite quiet, actually. Is it me or is there 2 engine sounds in this? Oh, I thought I was having... That almost sounded like it was engine and electric for a second then, but I think I might just be going crazy. Right, let's jump in then to Los Santos Customs and see what we can do. Okay, right, so let's start off with brakes. Race brakes. Let's go to bodywork. So we have frames. There's a really... Just listen to that engine right now. That's almost annoying sitting there with that noise. So we have the stock frame. Then we have the... Whoa, that's flashy. The chrome frame, which is just that little stripe there. And the engraved frame. Okay, that's... I don't know where that's going. I'm going to go for chrome for now. Don't know where that engraving's taken us, but the engraving's very similar to what we had on the lowriders, and I was never really a fan of that anyway. So we have the stock mudguard. Oh, by the way, these are complete drag radials on these wheels, on these tires. Look at that. They look crazy smooth. So we have the stock front guard, or the front mudguard. Then we have the remove. Then we have the chopped. Then we have the extended all the way down there, which looks kind of weird. The secondary color that's sort of lifted. Don't really like that. Carbon and scoop. That's a curious design. I think that the mudguard looks pretty cool, but I also like how it looks without it. But I think I might go for the very subtle carbon mudguard. Just a nice little thing down there. On the headlights, oh, we can actually change the headlights on this one. So we have the stock headlight. Then we have the rounded cover, which just gets rid of that bit on the top, makes it a bit more curvy. Then we have that one, the pointed cover, which is kind of weird looking. Then we have number plate, which doesn't actually show a number plate on it, but it's very flat. Oh, wait, I think that means number plate is in, that will be a racing number when we go to the liveries. Okay. Then we have alien cover. Oh, okay, it's actually an alien head. And then the secondary alien secondary lights. What does secondary lights mean? Okay, I'm going to go for the number plate for now. We'll go for the liveries and then probably go back to it. So the seats, we have the stock seat. We have the shorts. Oh my god, look at that. And then the sharp tail seat. Oh, so now that looks nice. That looks nice because I don't really like the stubby look, but that's quite a nice look. But that is quite comical, and I do really want to pick that because you can just imagine Michael just sliding off the back of that. That would be hell. That is really, really weird. I'm going to go for the sharp tail seat because I think that looks nicest, and I think that makes the bike look really cool. And in the fuel tank, we have the stock, and then we have, ooh, the aggressor. Good God, that's huge. Look at the size of that. Okay, that's kind of beefy looking. I'm going to go for that just to be a little bit different. Right, there we go. So that's all the bodywork done. On the engine, we have the engine block, which is primary color. Can't really see it from any angle. I guess this angle. There we go. Oh, just those bits there. Primary, secondary, and it's lit. It's lit. Well, what does that mean? Because it's not lit at all. What does that mean? It's lit. I'm going to go for it's lit, but I don't know what the hell that means. We also have engine tuning, level 4. Fairings, we have the stock fairing. Oh, it's that bit down the bottom, of course. Then we have the flicked fairing and the carbon fairing. How does that fare? I like the carbon fairing. I'm going to go for some carbon fairing because that looks pretty cool. Exhausts, we have some interesting things, but there's not a lot of variation with this. So we have the stock, then we have the titanium, which is actually pretty much the same. You're just changing the texture. Let's go for some titanium, as usually I would shy away from that, but I quite like how that burnt tip looks on form of a bike instead of a car. Kind of looks pretty cool. On the lights, just headlights. Doesn't have any. Right, okay, right, that's that out. Livery, so we have the classic, see, look, there's a number. In fact, actually, let's just go back now. I want to see how that looks. Oh, okay, so when it has those ones, it has the line, but when it has that one, it has the number. Oh, that's cool. Let's just go for and have a look for the livery in 2 different ways then. So we have the classic, then we have the yellow stripe, we have the black tribal. All of these are going to have different numbers. The classic green stripe, the orange two-tone. Actually, that's really nice. That looks really nice with grey as well. The classic blue stripe, the classic, the purple race stripe. These are not in any sort of particular order. Black two-tone, cyan race stripe, tropical red, white two-tone. It would have been nice if they kept it all in like a specific order or something. Tropical green, and that's it done. Tropical green, which looks really nice as well. Well, there we go. That's how it looks like. Oh, that's got the number 00. That's pretty cool. Let's go back then to the headlights, and I'm going to go for... I think that alien secondary lights looks pretty cool, so I'm going to go for that. Let's go back to livery. Let's see. It's probably just going to be a continuation of the same design. Yes, of course. Oh, these actually look really nice, though. I like this one. What's this one? Oh, it's just white. Yeah, see, I like that one. Actually, these are some really nice. These are some really nice liveries on the bikes. I've got a bit sick of all those flames and shit. These are nice. I like how these look. I like the cyan race stripe. I actually like all of them. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go for the cyan, just to be a little bit different. Respray, we might even keep with the same sort of colour scheme, and in matte. Should I go for another matte black form? White, blue. I think these colours are not going to match that well looking through. No. Okay. Yeah. Matte black is probably... We've already done matte black. What have we got metals here? Yeah, see... hang on. Let's just go for a brush gold and change our livery and see if there's anything that will match. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's go for a different one then. Let's go for the orange two-tone. Go back to respray, primary colour, classic. Oh, see, it just looks so good in black. I guess we might just be boring and go for the black, or maybe we can go for midnight silver, because that actually looks really nice in sort of like a silvery grey and orange. So I'm going to go for that. Secondary colour is what exactly? Also, maybe we can make that orange. Let's go down and have a look. Okay, so there it is in orange, and actually that's quite a good idea. So you can even see, in fact, now that we've changed this colour, let's go back and have a look at the engine things that we can change here. Engine block. So this is it's lit, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Then we have secondary. Oh, it's just a slightly brighter version of secondary. I think that's what it is. It looks really nice actually with the it's lit one, so I'm going to go for that. That looks really nice. Sort of silvery grey with orange. I'm actually really liking how that looks. Transmission, race transmission, turbo tuning, and I'm going to keep the wheels exactly as they are. But I'm just going to have a quick look to see if it changes the tyres. It does, but of course I want to have it in those super smooth, bald drag tyres because that looks really cool. So there we go. And obviously I imagine those prices are going to be a little bit different in online mode. This is why I do it all in single player. But there we go. Let's go for first person on this one. Actually, I wish we could take... Can we take the helmet off? I forgot if there was a key that we could press to... Oh, I can't figure it out. Well, there it is. That's what it looks like from the outside. Let's give it a little bit of a rev. Sounds nice. Right, let's just gun this thing. I'm going to go this way this time. Pretty nice sounding bike. Pretty normal sounding bike. Let's just go for a first person mode. Look at that. Not much in the way of dials. Just a couple of speedos and then some sort of... It's not even digital. Some sort of LCD screen in the middle. There we go. Ooh, can't see anything when I'm leaning forward. That's dangerous. Whoa! That is a fun game of chicken right there. How far can we go? Oh my god, I'm still going. Oh my god, I'm on the pavement. I'm on the... Oh, there we go. And that's us down. Right, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below which one of these bikes do you think is best, which one do you think I modified the best, and maybe how would you have modified these differently? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, a lot of you guys seem to be also mirroring my views on GT Online, saying that you prefer it playing on single player, or you don't like that they make all these updates for online and they don't make it for single player. It's obvious why Rockstar don't do it. It's because of money. Rockstar have been making so much money in microtransactions that they just keep this coming. Now, it's kind of a bit hypocritical because really, if no one paid for those microtransactions, we probably wouldn't have as many of these DLCs as we have. And from what I hear, there's some interesting stuff in the pipeline, or at least, on the grapevine, there's some very interesting things about future GT Online stuff coming, which is including some paid DLCs I've heard, but I don't know if that maybe is just a dreamer thing going on. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I don't know. Depending on you guys, if you wanted to hear about rumors and stuff on upcoming DLCs and stuff in GTA, maybe you do. Let me know in the comment section below. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will have some more mod stuff coming up soon. I've actually compiled a pretty long list of mods that I'm going to start doing videos through. I'm just going to start grinding through this massive list of videos that I've got to make for you guys. So there we go. I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.